Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll set up to throw. James has got it, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No, check, Patriot.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A screen to Bell. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now a first down throw. Watson steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's brought in by Kevin White. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Richmond.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. He hits White, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kevin White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. And they'll go on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Watson on first down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To throw on second is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 62 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Watson now to throw again. He completes it right side to White. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watson now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
After the penalty, it's Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, Watson. On the left side, a catch by White. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On first and 10, Watson. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the Alvin away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nifty move. Room to run past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to fire. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Black 99, feel it. Check nickel. Hey.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got a runner. They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Tiger. Richmond.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Now Bell. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Tiger. Come back.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Watson throwing on first down, buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Pushing his way through. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kevin White with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. On the crossing route, complete. It's White. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Watson on the sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He's going deep for Brown. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
4 down, 4 down. Reset, reset, reset. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. 52's the mic, boys, 52. Stop your whining.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for the Ravens. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Richmond, Richmond. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Switch it. Richmond, Richmond. Hey. 50 the mic, 50 the mic.
Now a first down throw. Watson able to get away, able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. I got it.
From the gun, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Mike's 50. Richmond.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll set up to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 51 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll run it with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.